I'm in a booth, thinking money finna make it rain. I don't need no fucking chain, all I need is my fucking brain. That's on my chest, I'm hard as steel, gripping wood grain. They don't understand, but I'm in a booth, thinking money finna make it rain. I don't need no fucking chain, all I need is my fucking brain. That's on my chest, I'm hard as steel, gripping wood grain. They don't understand, I'm feeling.
Hey guys, Toxic here. Today we are going to be diving into a new series called Storytime with Toxic. So I just want to bring that up and talk to you guys about that real quick. So in today's story, we're gonna be traveling back to 2022 when I was working at McDonald's. Okay, we're gonna talk about a very interesting coworker of mine. We'll call him Chris. Chris worked at McDonald's around the same time as me, same schedule and everything. So I got to know him a little bit. So when I first started working there back in March, I met him and for the first time, and it was kind of weird, but I thought he was an okay guy. And then so my coworkers were talking to me and telling me, "Oh, you should not talk to him. He's kind of weird." I said, "Oh, why is that?" And they're just like, "Oh, you'll figure it out." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." So then I worked some more with him, and he asked like simple things and nice things for me to do, so I go and do them for him because, you know, I'm being nice. I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. So I do that because I'm kind, and I would get him drinks and stuff because he'd always be working grill. And then there was this one time when I was working in fryer, and I would have to go and grab some fries to restock my fry refrigerator thingy. It's like basically you put fries in it and you get your baskets and you put them on the bottom and they bring out your fries basically, so you could go put them in the deep fryer. So we would have to always restock that, but the fries were obviously in the freezer, but they're in the back part of the freezer. So how it works at our McDonald's is we have a freezer, but it's more like a fridge. So it's like a walk-in fridge, and it has a door, and it's kind of scary because my brain always thought like, oh, this is gonna shut on me and I'm gonna be stuck in here and cold and dead, and you know, I don't have my phone because it's charging in the crew room kind of thing. But to the right of that, we had the freezer, so it was the same kind of door as the refrigerator part. So I would have to walk in there and grab the fries and walk back out. Chris was in the refrigerator part, but in the back part. Like, he was in the corner, he was talking to himself. I was kind of creeped out. And then he started approaching me, and I was like, bro, no, I'm just trying to do my job. So I got my box of fries, my 2 boxes of fries, and I walked out. And I restocked my fries, and that was the end of that. And then a few more times he would come up to me and start talking to me about like stuff like my birthday and stuff, and he would tell me where I lived, like the exact location of where I lived. And it was so creepy, bro. Like, I was so creeped out, like I just wanted to go home. It was so very weird to me. And like, he would do this all the time. This kind of behavior was like, it was consistent. Like, every time I'd come into work, he'd be like, I still remember when your birthday was. And he'd say like my birthday and then the exact year of my birthday. So I could tell like he was I knew he had some kind of illness, but I couldn't put my finger on it because I'm no psychiatrist or therapist. That's not my field of work. I don't know how to do that at all. But it was kind of just creeping me out. And so I'd tell my manager, and my manager would be all like, well, we'll switch you shifts, but there's no guarantee. And I'm like, well, this is kind of crap, but okay. But yeah, he would do all that. But he would always tell me of like his living situations too, of how like he wouldn't take showers, like he wouldn't pay his bills or anything. Like, he would shower at the Planet Fitness in town and stuff. But he still somehow had an apartment. So he would just save up all his paychecks, but not pay his bills. He won't pay his bills, but he'll pay like a little bit of rent, but his roommate or something would pay the rent, which I find kind of fucked up. So he'd always be out and about. But basically, Chris would always make me and other coworkers uncomfortable. He would make it to where like he was just a very uncomfortable guy to be around, and really nobody would like him. But I tried my best to get along with him because I try my best to get along with everybody. So I had a very difficult time trying to get along with him because I was also uncomfortable at the same time. So I would try and keep my distance, but then there was the nail in the coffin of he would just start talking to me about like stuff. Like, I was working grill this one time, and it was like 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and it was just me and him on grill, and I didn't really need his help, but he was just there. He was just kind of standing there doing his own thing, minding his own business. And at first, this was like we'll say June into my we'll say like 4 or 5 months of working there. So I really got to know Chris. I really got to, get along with him and know him as a person. But what bothered me was he's still not you get this feeling like you know there's something wrong with this person, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But it's very like it's an eerie feeling you get. Like you don't exactly trust this person, and you don't like you wouldn't trust him to walk you home. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so basically, I would just make, simple conversation with the guy and carry on doing my work, because I'm not there to, talk up a storm. I'm not there to socialize. I'm there to work, So like, we would just, talk and stuff, and he walked up to me because he knows I'm from California, because I moved to Montana in 2021. So we would talk, and he'd be like, oh yeah, when I was visiting down in California, I had a friend who got off his rocker and he lost his marbles, and he got in his car because his wife divorced him or something and broke up with him. So he got in his car and he ran over all these people, and now he's in prison. And I'm just like, bro, that's insane. Please, that is what's going on. Like, that's not okay. That's not work appropriate. Like, you don't just walk up to someone and start talking about that kind of stuff. That's not work appropriate conversation, That's not very appropriate for work, That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that was that, and I will continue with part 2 tomorrow. So if you guys want more story time, comment down below, like the video, and subscribe. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me if you like story time, and I'll see y'all later.